Previously on Phoenix Wright.
That question is irrelevant to this case. Oof. Ugh.
And now there's more.
Alright. So, let's see. I was going door to door selling subscriptions. Okay, let's press him on that. Isn't a man leaving an apartment a common sight? I find it odd you would take notice of him. I don't know. He just seemed strange to me, that's all. Like he was mad and yet frightened at the same time. Just like a criminal fleeing the scene of a crime. The defense requests the witness refrain from conjecture. Of course. What the witness means is that the man he saw looked suspicious. So, what happened next? Alright. I thought he must be in a hurry. Okay, go back to that. No. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Press him on everything. Half open, you say. Yes, the door was open halfway, yes. I watched for a moment, but no one came to the... Blech. I watched for a moment, but no one came to close the door. That's odd in a big city like this, I thought. I see. And what happened next? Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. What gave you the idea to do that? Well, the door was half open, you see. Isn't it only human to want to peek? We climb mountains because they are there. It's the same thing. Truer words have never been spoken. Anyone would look inside. Why did pain cut him off so quickly? So, you looked into the apartment. What happened then? Then I saw her lying there. A woman, not moving. Dead. Okay. How do you know? No, I'm kidding. Are you sure she was dead? Well, no, I guess I wasn't. But she wasn't moving at all, and there was blood everywhere. I guess that would look fatal to anyone. Very well, what happened next? Quailed and frightened, found myself unable to go inside. But I thought... What? So, did you go inside or not? So you didn't touch anything in the apartment? Yes. I mean, no, nothing. Okay, what happened next? What the... That's so suspicious, come on. I thought to call the police immediately. You thought to call the police? Does that mean you didn't actually call them? Please, listen to the rest of the testimony. You thought to call the police. What happened next? However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. Well, we know why that happened, because of the blackout. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. Why the park, you know? Why use a public phone? Well, you see, I don't have a cell phone. And being the middle of the afternoon, there was no answer at the nearby apartments. Ah, right. What time did you call again? 1 p.m. 1 p.m. Are you certain? Phoenix is so aggro. Yes, absolutely. Seems really confident. 1 p.m. Right. Doesn't that seem strange to you? Present some evidence to contradict him. Okay, we'll do that in a second. The man who ran was without a doubt the defendant sitting right over there. You absolutely, 100% positive. Yes, it was him, no mistake about it. The witness says he's certain. That's all of it. There must be a contradiction in there somewhere. Examine the court record with the I know! I just wanted to see what he would say. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's find some evidence time of death was 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Oh, shoot. We're doing... Oh, wait. It's a blackout record. Electricity... Oh, my God. We're presenting this. Objection! Objection! You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Oh, that! Oh my gosh, his voice is so shrill. This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. No, he said he was certain. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Solid, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and the whole story falls apart. Wait! I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? Oh, here we go. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? But there's a blackout, come on. I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a tape program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. There was a blackout. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Right. You know what to do. I've got this one. I'm gonna call you on your bullshit right frickin' now. Okay, let's present some evidence of the blackout. Let's do it. Wait, you wanna press him first? Let's press him first. Are you sure it was a television and not a radio? Well, no, I guess it might have been a radio. Incidentally, there was no radio on the premises. There was only one large Oh, he just shot himself in the foot! Right. I can't put my finger on it, but something about this seems fishy. Something about hearing the television. The witness has testified he heard the time. Okay, this one. This one. Objection! Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. Ah! He has a toupee. Holy The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawit? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now. Mr. Solid, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Solid. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Oh my god. This guy is so guilty. Actually, I didn't hear the time, I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment. Wasn't there? Oh god. Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. How do you confuse it that badly? Oh my god. This is such bullshit. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. You go, Phoenix. Come on. Come on, Phoenix. We got this. Alright. This music is bumping. Okay, let me see. What do we have? 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Alright, let's press him. Hold it. That strikes me as a very suspicious mistake. Yes, I can see how you'd be a little doubtful. I'm really sorry. I only just remembered that table clock. A table clock? There was a table clock in the air. Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. No. The statue. The murder weapon. Yes, a table clock that was used as a weapon. That's what I just said. Did you doze off in the middle of my testimony or something? Something's fishy here. Okay. Well, that's not the murder weapon, dude. The thinker statue was the murder weapon, so we're gonna object. And 3, 2, 1, objection! Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was a statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? Wow, you with your objections and your evidence, just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Saw It. Hey, I saw it here, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne? As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it, and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. I see. How could anyone know that, though? Except if you're the killer! So the murder weapon was a table clock, after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with this testimony now? Yes. Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he knew the victim. He went into the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Damn! Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Saw It. The sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Grah! My throat hurts, dude. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never. Look, the clock, I heard, no, I mean, I saw, Wah! Shut up. I hate you. Oh my god. Shut up. I hate you. It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn. Burn! Give him death! Oh my god. Order in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims. Mr. Wright? Your Honor? You claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I better think it through carefully. Your Honor, The sound Mr. Sawit heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply try it. Let's try sounding the clock. Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way. Oh, that's not his voice. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker, after all. So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. Ah! As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawit heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawit, try to talk your way out of this one. Ha! 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 You forgot one thing. Uh-oh. What's he talking about now? While it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it, I was so close. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately. This ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sawit. I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal! You lawyers are all slime. Ugh, I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Wait, did I f*** up? Not so fast, Mr. Sawit. Chief! Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think! But, Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can still win. You can't still win, sorry. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think about... Jesus Christ. Think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? 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 Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Yes. Wait. Maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let him have it. Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha! Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off. Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. Yikes. Okay. Cindy's autopsy. Time of death. 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Cause of death. Statue. The victim apparently arrived home in Paris on the day of murder. Oh, wait! Oh, wait a second. She came from Paris, right? So then the time zones and the... Oh! Snap! Take that! The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. Yes! As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow. It was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sawit? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Stupid. Ugh. Is he gonna have a heart attack? Oh my god! Oh shit! Call 911! Order! Order, I say! Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness,
He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
very well. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly, and find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty! Yay! And with that, this court is adjourned. We did it, guys. It turns out that Frank saw it was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sawit let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sawit grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. Damn. Talk about wrong place at the wrong time. August 3rd, 2:32, District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Whew, I still can't believe we won. Right! Good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. Oh my god. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Oh, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Good. Wait, no, I mean bad. Bad, bad, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Windy is gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... nah, never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts. Innocent. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat. Oh no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. A present for me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you want to just cry? Larry. Are you so sure? Squeeze me? I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Isn't that right? Right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Huh? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? Alright. Well, she did have the statue, so, you know. Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever. She probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. Oh. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me. We'll drink a toast in to innocent butts. Yeah! Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. I love how she gets his name wrong. Yeah. Part, at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends. But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us. Unless you count the clock he gave me a..." I didn't know it then. But that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. My promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. Uh-oh. The end. Uh-oh. That's not good. Sweet. New episode for next time.